So I've had the Band 2 about a week now. Been wearing it every day, tested the sleep, tested the GPS on the run, tested the GPS on a bike, and after a week I can honestly say I do not regret the purchase. It is most definitely an upgrade, quite a significant one to be honest. Screen wise, just for a start, it's much nicer. It's an AMOLED screen, it's taller. It's not as wide screen wise. I did notice that and I thought that was a bit weird, but after using it for a week, you don't care. You can see the screen is much better. Even little things like this bar here. When the bar comes up, it kind of moves up, whereas this one's just a blank blur. Here's some numbers for you. This actually has a little bit of animation to it. It makes it feel a lot, for want of a better word, posher. The text is a lot clearer. It's much nicer on the screen. Even the scrolling is a lot nicer on the curved Gorilla Glass screen. Not having to worry about scratching is also a huge benefit. With this, you always had to put the screen protector on. Screen protectors are always peeling off. It sucked. This is great. I've spent hours at a PC with this resting on a desk. I've had no scratches whatsoever. The band itself is a bit wider, as you can see. That is not a problem in any way, shape or form. You put it on, and I personally do not feel it anymore. This, you could feel it was on. You'd be fiddling with it, you'd be moving it about all the rest of the time. This, you do not feel it's on. It goes on, you forget about it. This clasp here, I still don't like it. I find it difficult to get in. It takes a few tries, and this is me using two hands. Trying to do it with one hand is annoying. However, the one thing I do like about it is the charging. There's the charging plate now. That clips straight into there. Done. Charging. Much nicer, much more secure. Doesn't come out. Gotta go up and done. This, it used to charge from the back here, small magnetic thing. It would fall off. It was annoying. Heart rate sensor is now in the top there, whereas before it was at the back here. This here now holds the battery. These are the galvanic skin sensors to see when you're wearing it. The UV light or UV sensor is here now for the constant UV monitoring. I have a slight dislike with that being there, because when you're in here, you go to your UV, you hit UV, you've then got to turn it upside down for the UV to monitor, and you've got to basically take a wild guess. Is it done now? Is it done? Oh yeah, it's finally done. One good thing I do like with this UV now, if we go into it, you can test the UV, but you've also got reminders, and mine is every 30 minutes. Now, you can change that. This will tell you what to do, basically. Should you put sunscreen on? Should you go and hide somewhere? Should you be like a vampire and just cringe every time you walk out in the sun? The slight caveat I'm going to have with that is it can get a bit annoying if every 30 minutes your wrist is telling you to go and put sunscreen on or put a hat on. If you're in the middle of Texas and it's the middle of summer, you might want to keep it on, but if you're out just mowing the lawn or something, you know you're only going to be there for 45 minutes, that's probably going to start winding you up after a while. The sleep tile also much improved on this from the standpoint of this fella here, the alarm. You can set the alarm straight from the sleep tile now, as opposed to actually having to have the alarm tile. The also fantastic thing on this is smart alarm. I've got it turned on. Basically, as it monitors your sleep, if you've got it set for like I have 7 AM, anytime between 6:30 and 7 AM for me, if I come out of my little sleep cycle and I'm close to being awake, it'll just wake me up then and there. So I'm not halfway through a dream and it's trying to wake me up and I feel like crap for the rest of the day because I was woken up at the wrong time. Apart from that, it works the same as the old band. It just monitors your sleep, restful sleep, light sleep and restorative sleep as well if you hit the tile. I also tested the ability for it to detect sleep, and that worked exactly the same as the old one. It takes about 2 hours to detect, I think, but yeah, it's exactly the same. There's no real difference there at all. Tested the run, same as the old one. All the details come in there, no difference there. The only thing I did like about these now, we'll just hit go, and hit go again, is the fact that it's a sideways swipe on the run now instead of an up and down swipe, and when you pause it actually says paused, and you've got resume and end session there in big bold letters. You don't have, like the old one, when you did the run tile. Let's see if we can do it on this one. There's the run tile. Go. We don't care about the GPS. It was a downward swipe on the old one, and it's much better from the left. Also, when you paused it on the old one, you never got a pause. You got this, and you got two tiny little buttons of resume and end. This, you get the full screen, resume, end, do what you want. We'll just end that. The bike GPS is the same thing. Big buttons, resume and end. As we got on here. These are interesting as well. Little apps. Microsoft are trying to branch out in this a little bit. When I looked, there were only the Xbox app and one other, which was the Gold's Gym motivation app. I think they've got Subway out there now as well if you want them. They're easy to put on. You just open the Windows Health app on your phone. On the menu there's an apps tile. You just click it and away you go. Settings here. Something else I did on here which I really liked was under, and this is a big improvement on the old one. Was it settings, brightness, haptic, language, and it was to do with the phone, the clock. There you go. Watch, rotate on. Basically, let's look at that. You've got always on, rotate on or off. Always on basically puts the clock on all the time. Requires frequent control because it's using the screen all the time. The screen's always lit. I use rotate. What rotate does is basically when it thinks you're looking at the watch, it'll bring the clock up. It'll ask you where you put your band, left inside. You've got all the options there, right arm, left arm, inside or outside. Left arm, inside wrist, and done. When it thinks you're looking at the watch, up it will come. Nice little battery saver, which is a good thing because the battery on this is just this fella here. That's your battery. On the old one, battery here, battery here. This is a reduced size battery. I want to say it doesn't make a huge difference, but it does make a difference. For an entire day, so we're talking 8 AM one morning till 7 AM the next morning, you're dropping about 45% of the battery, so you're down looking at 50% a day. That's general usage, just wearing it, step counting, that sort of thing. Use the GPS, you're looking at using about 10% every 30 minutes. So you're not going to be running a marathon with this thing, but from a day-to-day standpoint, it's absolutely fine. I bought it, I already had the Band 1, and I can honestly say I do not regret it. So if you're looking at wearables, definitely look into this one. It's a fantastic bit of kit. Microsoft basically took everything that was wrong with this one and fixed it. The only thing that this does not do, which would be really nice, is waterproofing. It's water resistant. I wore it today in the rain. It is not waterproof though. So if you're looking at going swimming, this is not the thing for you. If you're looking at day-to-day fitness tracker, sleep tracker, with the odd bike ride and run involved, this is a fantastic bit of kit. I like it. I definitely recommend it to anyone. So put it on your list, give it a try. Most of the electronic shops are doing them now, the sports shops are selling them now, so go out, stick one on your wrist, see what it feels like. I would definitely, if you are looking at it, check the sizing. This is a medium, this is a medium. This, when I wore it, I was about halfway through the clasp and I could go either way. This, I have to tighten all the way up, and it does not always register my heart rate when I'm running hard or biking hard. The movement basically shakes it too much and it slides up and down my wrist. So definitely get your sizing done. The Microsoft Store's got them all on display, so you can test them then. But yeah, definitely one to put on the list and give it a try. I would highly recommend it. Any questions, let me know, I'll try and answer.